Hey my friends, welcome to today's video where I'm going to be talking about Christmas gifts, and what you can get for your immediate family. In this video, I'm going to cover the ages and genders of the people that are in my family because I feel like that's the easiest to do. I'm most familiar with those. I did want to mention that if you have people in your life that are cooks, that like to be in the kitchen, maybe you want to give some gift ideas to your family members, I have made 3 previous videos on kitchen essential tools that are $20 and less. There are 2 of those videos, and I have also recently done a video that is kitchen splurges that are worth the money. So I will put all of those videos down in the doobly-doo for you so you can go check it out later. And during last year's Vlogmas, I did an entire video on gifts for runners, gift ideas for runners or athletes or exercise fanatics. So I will leave that video down below as well. Lots of great information, and I will not repeat the items that I mentioned in that video. Before we get started, if you want to hit the thumbs up button or the thumbs down button, it's all engagement either way, that would be awesome to let me know that you are liking this kind of video. And if you do not want to miss Vlogmas coming up, make sure you hit the subscribe button and notification bell so you don't miss any of the Christmas hoopla. Before I talk about specifics in this video, I want to mention, let's call it a paradigm shift from earlier years of Christmas to now. And I will reference this by some examples. Many years ago, in the throes of no money, find presents for as cheap as possible, and I did have 4 kids at the time, I stumbled across a garage sale a little bit before Christmas, maybe a month or 6 weeks before Christmas, and this garage sale, they were selling basically brand new games and toys for $1 to $2 each. I think I spent $50, right around there. The stuff was so cheap. And I had what literally looked like a Santa Claus sack full of stuff to give my kids. Christmas morning came, the tree is loaded. It's like carnival Christmas time. There's presents everywhere. And here is what I learned from that experience. Kids can get extremely overwhelmed by a large quantity of presents to open, because it's like, oh, open this one, so they open it, and then you're like, okay, open this one, and they don't even get 5 seconds to enjoy what they just received, and then they're like, okay, I'll just put it over here and open this one, and put it over here and open this one, and it's a lot. While I was very proud of my bargain shopping back in the day, I did go a little overboard with the quantity, and my kids became overwhelmed. Now, in contrast, last Christmas, we didn't get our kids really anything. They got stockings because we got a family cruise that was canceled because #2020. But the simplicity of that day, the gratitude for just the few things that were in their stocking, because there wasn't all of these distractions, taught me that sometimes less is indeed more. This year, I'm not going crazy. I'm probably not gonna get my kids a cruise again. I don't know when the heck they're gonna be cruising anytime soon, but I am going down on quantity. I wanna do 1 to 2 very thoughtful gifts, and they get stockings. That's really what it's all about. That being said, my kids are not getting 10 to 20, 30 presents each. It's gonna be like 2. Before we get into the ideas, the presents, the toys, the clothes, all of the things, the first thing I wanna mention is if you are doing most of your shopping online, which, hello, is what I'm doing, what I would imagine most people have been doing for all of 2020, is don't forget about the cashback apps. Online. There's a ton of different companies. I have talked about them on my channel before. I have worked with Top Cashback. I have worked with Shot Tagger, but there's Honey, there's Rakuten, there's all of these companies that do a cashback program. Today, this is not sponsored in any way, by the way. I've just been using them since like 2008. Rakuten, which used to be Ebates, is doing an awesome deal right now. So check it out. If you guys sign up through my code below, if you've never used it before, and you sign up through my code below and go make a purchase of $40 or higher, okay? They're gonna give you $40. This is like the Christmas 2020 bonus or whatever. They do give me a little bit back as well. It's not as good as yours, unfortunately, but I'm gonna have a link down below for you. It is 100% free to sign up. It works just like all of the other cashback apps. You click on the store within the website or app on your phone. Let's say I wanna go to the Children's Place. Okay, so I just click Children's Place, I click below, they make a ticket, and then they give you cash back into your account, which they will then send you the dollars. I have literally been using them. I'm gonna look it up. I need to tell you exactly how long I've been using Rakuten. formerly Ebates, because it was Ebates when I signed up. Member since May 14th, 2008. I have been using this website for 12 years, and I have never seen a bonus like referral for you for this dollar amount. This is amazing. You want a free 40 doll hairs for shopping? Basically, it's like your free shopping. Click the link below, sign up, buy something that's $40. Let's say go to Children's Place, you buy $40 worth of like snow gear for your kid. They're gonna put $40 plus your cash back into your account to cash out. 40 bucks. I'm blown away by it because all these other referrals are like, if you sign up, you get 10 bucks. If you sign up, you get 15 bucks. 40, someone's raising the stakes here. It's pretty fabulous. Let's start with 8 to 9 year old boy, because that's my youngest son, Ryan. I have a couple of ideas for him. He is still very much into Legos, cars, train tracks, and any real kind of building material. We have Lincoln Logs. They play with them all the time. And here is a great present idea. I have been wanting a set of these for my kids forever. This year, I was thrilled to be able to find a really good deal on it. There probably will still be deals on something like this. And I'm not saying you have to get magnet tiles or anything like this, but some kind of building thing. Boys love that stuff. My Ryan, in addition to building toys, whether that be Legos or this or Lincoln Logs or blocks or cars or trucks or trains, he's also a big reader. So a nice book set would also be really lovely. In fact, I will probably get each of my kids a book set as well that's semi-age appropriate. Ryan is a fairly advanced reader, so his will be a little higher, but that's kind of my idea for 8 to 9 year old boys. And then as far as stockings go, it can be really, really simple stuff. Some candies, the stupid Slinkies. It's hilarious how much those kids love those Slinkies. A pair of socks, a little baby Nerf gun. Like my boys love the little Nerf guns. In that same vein, you know what is a really good idea is if they already have the Nerf guns, get them a bullet reload kit. The foam bullets for the Nerf guns, they sell them in kits of 100. That is a great present. One thing that my 2 little boys absolutely love is kinetic sand. My little boys just love to build stuff. So I get them some kinetic sand, some modeling clay. They are occupied for hours. And when it's cold and snowing outside or raining or whatever, nothing saves my sanity as a mom more than little boys who are quiet, who can play contently with their kinetic sand for hours and not like get into all my stuff and break my things. And if you want a tip on how to keep it contained, is I give them a high-sided cookie sheet, like a baking sheet, and they have to keep all their kinetic sand in the baking sheet. Totally saves you on messes, I guarantee it. Let's move to 11, 12-year-old boy. That would be my Tyler, and one of the biggest tips I'm gonna give for you is think about what your kid is interested in. So Tyler likes basketball. He cares a lot about his clothes. He wants to look hip and trendy, whereas my other 2 boys really do not care about that. So a sweet pair of shoes would work for Tyler. A new basketball shoes, joggers, a fashionable sweatshirt, a baseball hat, anything that's like fashion, Tyler would be into that. Tyler also likes to build stuff. Even at 11 years old, he's still into building, so the magnet tiles for him would definitely still be a winner. He loves to create, and he is not so much on the reading. He just doesn't seem to enjoy it no matter what book I give him. So probably still give him a book, but maybe an easier reading level. The little graphic novels, he really likes those. So maybe something in that genre. Tyler loves the Nerf guns, and he also likes games quite a bit. Connect 4, checkers, Monopoly, he loves to play games. I would say there's a lot of similarities between my 8-year-old and my 11-year-old as far as likes. So a lot of the things can kind of go for both. And Tyler also likes playing guitar. Maybe a guitar case, maybe an online subscription service for online guitar lessons would be really nice. In these times, it's very hard to find a guitar teacher to do things in person because they're not really doing that right now. A couple of my kids are into drawing, making little comic books. So I think some art supplies, sketch pads, charcoals, markers could be a great option as well. Let's move up into the more complicated area. I have an almost 14-year-old boy, and he is, I'm gonna say, a unique child. And this is why I mentioned you need to do things that matter to that kid. Because if you got my 14-year-old a basketball or basketball shoes, he would not care. He is not a sport fanatic. He likes his mountain bike, but he does not play team sports. He does not play sports with balls. He does not care about fashion. He cares about books, Rubik's Cubes, science, math, computer software. He's like a little mini 14-year-old engineer. Any of the STEM category stuff for that age group would be really great for him. A couple years ago, he got a Raspberry Pi. That was amazing. A couple of book sets that Andrew really likes. If you want me to recommend, there's the Michael Vey series. There's a ton of those, 8 or 9. He's obsessed with all of the Percy Jackson books. Every single series that is about that thing, he will read them and reread them and reread them over again. He hates the movies because they're like, they totally messed up the books. Which I find really, really funny. I would say those are probably his 2 favorites. So if you have not checked out either of those, I would recommend completely. Oh, and he also loved the series of Unfortunate Events. And going along with that, I think the Netflix adaptation was very well done. If you're looking for like a book gone TV show, pretty great. Of course, he's a teenage boy, so candy is always a winner, and you can always get them something that they need. Like if they need a new pair of snow boots, or if they grew out of a coat, more of an expensive item, that is an option. We don't play a lot of video games at my house, so I am not up to speed on like the video game stuff. We have a Wii from, when was that? 2009? That's all we have. We have a Wii. We play Mario Kart. It's a great time. Let's move on to what I consider the easiest age group to shop for, and that is a 16-year-old girl. I think girls are so easy to shop for. When they're small, it's dolls, dress-ups, and then when they're older, it's clothes, electronics, and shoes. Speaking of shoes, I'm actually not keeping these because they don't fit. But during Veterans Day, a bunch of different stores were having shoe sales. So I picked up a pair of Vans. They're a little too big. For a pretty good price. The regular is pretty expensive, but you give a girl, especially like my daughter, and myself for that matter, a new pair of shoes, they are happy. A really nice coat, a really nice outfit, some jewelry. For Haley's birthday, we got her an at-home gel nail kit. Loves it. And then we can start thinking about what is that teenager into. So my daughter plays volleyball. Maybe it's a new pair of volleyball shoes, ankle braces, shorts, a new ball to practice with, a volleyball bag, although my daughter has a school team one, so it kind of depends on your area. And she's also kind of into photography. So this year I'm actually leaning towards getting her a DSLR. So I'm kind of researching those a little bit and which one would be best, like how high end do I want to go? Do I want to go more beginner? I don't really know. And I don't know a lot about the lenses, like what lenses she would need and what kind of photography she's interested in. So, it's just a hobby she's kind of feeling out right now. So if I wanted to encourage her in that direction, that could be very fun. Other teenage girl items you maybe want to do for a stocking, you've got nail polish, perfume, jewelry, scrunchies, magnetic eyelashes. Girls have so many accessories. Something that Haley does want is a weighted blanket. That's also an option. Actually, if you guys have like a brand or a weight that you really like, let me know down below because I'm in the market. Last age group, let's talk spouses. I'm going to talk about husbands because a husband is what I have. So I will be talking about a 40-year-old man. Again, you need to know what they like. So if you don't know what your spouse likes, maybe you should talk to them a little bit more. So for example, my husband likes to exercise. He likes to run. He likes golf, rock climbing, backpacking, mountain biking. Any accessory that falls into those categories would be good. My husband likes smoothies, and so 3 years ago, I got him a blender set, like a better blender set because our blender had died. And he was thrilled about it. Dave, if you're watching this video, now is the time to step away. I'll wait. Turn it off. You could just turn it off because this is like the end of the video. The man part. Okay, are we good? Okay. Other things that men love and are always good. Tools. I don't know one man, not one, that has not been happy with a new tool for Christmas. In fact, I think we are going to get a new sander for Christmas because ours was a hand-me-down from Dave's dad. Why is that the story of my life? Everything we own is a hand-me-down. But it's like, it's a little spazzy. Okay, it's a lot spazzy, so I'm gonna get a good one. I'm gonna get a new one, and it's gonna be great. And I also bought Dave a new pair of running shoes with like this really spiffy color combo. Something I love are experiences. So I don't know what's open, but I think that the ski hills are gonna be open. I live literally 20 minutes from a cheap one. So maybe you do a lift ticket. Maybe you do a round of golf, like you and him together. If you've never golfed with your spouse or partner or whatever, you should try it. It's very eye-opening. Golf is a whole different experience. I actually have my own set of clubs, also a hand-me-down. I've only been a couple of times though. It can be a frustrating game. I totally understand why people throw clubs sometimes when they're angry. But it is fun to be outside in the beautiful weather, in the gorgeous course. I see that. Maybe they're geeky about their car and they want like new rims. I am not a car freak, so I don't even know. A rhino liner on their truck, like the bed of their truck. All those would be great ideas. And I don't know one husband that wouldn't be happy with something in the stocking that like gives a little towards like alone time later with mom and dad. You know what I'm saying? It's fun. You should try it. They make these little coupon books, like love coupon books. You can get them off Amazon. They're really funny. Even if you've never looked at them before, you should go look at them because they're really funny. If you have ideas for ages that I did not mention because I'm at a different life stage than you, please down in the comments, share your ideas for kids of all ages or your spouse who's maybe into different things than my spouse is, so everyone can get really good ideas for what in the heck to give everybody this year. I'm going a little more simple and basic, 1 to 2 things a person. Pretty low key. I just want to enjoy our time together. If you want $40 for free for Christmas shopping this year, sign up with Rakuten below. I'm still blown away by it. Thanks for joining me today. I hope you are excited about the upcoming holiday season. I am. It's my favorite time of year. I'll see you in the next video.